Good morning or afternoon, AP Lang students, whenever you are watching this video. Welcome to this thing we are calling Teleschool. I'm going to walk you through today some important information that I think you will need to know as we move throughout this very unprecedented, unique situation. And please know that I am always available via email if at any point you have any questions or concerns. So what is Teleschool? It was a new term for us teachers this week as well. Teleschool is going to be how you learn moving forward with the school closures. So Fulton County developed a schedule. So on Mondays, you'll be doing English work for me. On Tuesdays, math, Wednesdays, electives, Thursdays, science, and Fridays, social studies. On each of these days, you will be spending about 120 minutes on that day on that subject. So in other words, today, Monday, you'll be spending about 120 minutes working on stuff for AP Lang. Please know that Dr. Kersey has given us permission to continue reading our novel, Their Eyes Were Watching God, and that will take place during the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and so on. If you read a little bit each day, it shouldn't be too cumbersome for you. And then on Mondays, we'll come together and talk about it or do activities with it. So keep in mind that reading for English is excluded from that 120 minutes per day. Normally, you guys are spending 4 or 5 hours a week with me in AP Lang and each of your classes. So of course, you're not going to be learning quite as much with this Teleschool model as we would if we were in our regular traditional schooling. But I'm going to try really hard to provide you with meaningful opportunities for learning despite this challenge. But please keep in mind that there is no way for us to give you 5 hours worth of content and material in 2 and without seeing you. So, because I'm not going to see your beautiful faces for this foreseeable future, these are the platforms that we'll be using electronically so that I can communicate with you and teach you. So, of course, Planbook is going to be our #1 electronic platform during this Teleschool process. I will post in detail everything that we are doing on each Monday onto our Planbook calendar. I already was pretty detailed before. However, I will be even more detailed so that you are able to clearly do what I need you to do each of these Mondays. We will also use remind text notifications. If you don't get my remind texts still, please email me now as soon as possible so that I can help you with that. I have sent in the last week several remind texts, so if you have not received those, please let me know. FYI, I'm not sure if you are aware, I have turned on the replies for these remind texts so that I can be available to you if or when you need help with assignments. But I can hear some of you getting excited right now. Please only remind text me during normal school hours. So if you have a question for me about an assignment at 10 p.m., please don't send me a remind text. That would be a situation where you should email me instead, please. Hopefully we don't abuse this privilege, but I want to be available to you if you need me. These are some of the other platforms that we'll be using. If you look down this list, you should recognize all of them. We've used all of them except for this one called Zoom, which we will get more into week 2. We're not going to use this today because I'm trying to ease you guys into this process smoothly. So, what the heck is Miss V doing every day if I'm only teaching on Mondays? Keep in mind, I teach 2 classes, so that's 4 hours minimum of instruction that I will be doing behind my computer on Mondays. Every other day of the week, I'm not hanging out at the beach, going on vacations, which would be extremely irresponsible right now given the current situation. I will be grading your work from Monday, giving you feedback on assignments and practice activities. I will be creating lessons on all of these electronic platforms. Keep in mind, I have never taught without seeing student faces. So this is new to me too. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time creating stuff for you guys. I'll also be responding to your and your parents' emails on those other days and potentially conferencing with students about writing. Not this coming week because we're trying to ease into this, but I do want to try to be available to you for writing conferences behind the computer. So I might be doing that Tuesdays through Fridays as well. So attendance, just FYI, all AHS teachers will be taking attendance. Teleschool is not going to be an excuse for you to just take a break from learning. I'm not sure how long we'll be out of school. No one is. This is not an opportunity for you to just go on brain hiatus. So we'll be keeping track of your participation and your completion of assignments for your attendance. Please know that I will be grading at least one assignment per week of yours, and I'll be posting grades in Infinite Campus just like normal, regular grading. So what will we be doing, you and me, during the 120 minutes of teaching each Monday? I will be delivering new content or information to you. You guys will be practicing with that new content, new skills. I'll give you guys time to work on assignments to reinforce those skills, and then I might conference with you all starting next week, either individually or in small groups about the assignments. Once we finish this first week of Teleschool, I plan to hold live classes for part of each of our Mondays. In other words, we will be using a platform. I think we're going to use the platform that I previously mentioned called Zoom to have a live kind of video chat situation so that I can teach you guys and work with you, answer questions that you might have. You can participate and engage in different lessons. But we're not going to do that for this first week. We're going to ease into this process week 1. I anticipate trying that out on week 2. So I will keep you posted. You will continue to be informed about anything that we decide to do or that I decide to do for you all for this Teleschool situation. If you happen to have any technology issues, that's an issue since we are using technology exclusively for this process. Please let me know ASAP. Email me on your phone. Use your data for 2 minutes while you email me. You can also contact Mr. Mako. There's his email address. He's working on tech issues remotely, so he's able to access your school computers remotely and fix them if there happens to be a problem. Please be flexible. I know there will be technology glitches. It is inevitable, but we will find a way through this. But please just keep me informed. I think communication is going to be really important for this process. If you have not registered for these platforms, I need you to do that this week, ideally today during your ELA 120 minutes. Hopefully we all know how to access Planbook. Remind texts, again, email me if you're not receiving them. Go formative, here are the codes in case there's an issue. Turnitin.com, we're going to use this website in different ways that we have been using it. AP Classroom, you are already enrolled in that because Alpharetta enrolled you, but just double check that you can get in. And finally, Common Lit, which I know you all miss and love. We may or may not use that platform, but there are your codes if you need them. So by next Monday, please ensure that you are enrolled and can access all of these platforms, please. Okay, so that is it for now. That's your little intro to Teleschool for AP Lang. At this point, I'm going to ask that you individually now make your way over to our plan book, and you are going to then see what we are doing for the remainder of our 120 minutes today.